Alright guys, we are back with another tier list. This time, we're not going to be like ranking any Michael Myers masks or Michael Myers, like defeats or anything. We're just going to be solely ranking the films themselves. From the 1978 classic all the way down to Halloween Ends. I have no idea how to stop this from popping up because this right here is blocking the X and I can't get rid of that, so we're just gonna have to deal with that for now. And as you guys can hear in the background, we are using the music that we made for the intro and outro, and we will be changing the music for every single film. Like for Halloween 2, Halloween 2018, and so on and so forth. Let's go ahead and start with the 1978 classic. I'm sure everybody can agree that this goes an instant S tier. While it's not a perfect slasher, it still started the franchise, and we've got to show respects by giving it S tier. Also, that like little caption right here, "The night he came home," I love that. Like, I actually love that, and I love the fact that like he's like flashing and like knife makes like the pumpkin. Honestly, I love that. And Jamie Lee Curtis and Donald Pleasance, God rest his soul, they did a really like fantastic job. And oh my god, Nick Castle, who plays as Michael Myers, he did an also very amazing job. If we saw more Michael Myers and saw more gore in it, it would be like perfect. Like, it will be the best slasher ever. And not to mention the fact that most horror flicks out there actually originate from this classic. The mask is incredible, the music is a banger, and the fact that he's just some dude who just, you don't know who's gonna be under the mask, and he's somebody who killed his sister when he was 6, and he just broke out and started killing people. Honestly, if you don't have a backstory for a killer, that makes him scarier. My only issue is the fact that, how does he know how to drive? Like, he's been incarcerated since he was like 6. Next is Halloween 2. Not as good as the original, but honestly, it still goes in S tier because it's still a really good movie. It is a slow burner of a film. You guys know I love a good slow burner. It allows you to, soak in everything that's going on. It does take it slightly too far, really, because, the beginning was good, the ending was good, the middle, some of that could be cut out. But still, there's a lot more gore in it, and the mask is a lot more chilling. Despite the fact that it's the same mask and we can actually see his eyes this time, I think that it's a lot more chilling here because, like, normally when you see his eyes, it's all like, it's like derpy. But, like, here it's scary. Like, it's actually scary. Honestly, guys, I was very skeptical to rank Halloween 3 since we don't see Michael for more than, like, 2 seconds on a TV screen. And that really doesn't really count, but I'm going to include it anyway because actually don't mind this movie. Honestly, guys, I want to put Halloween 3 in C because, like, while it's not the worst movie, it's not the best either. It's still decent, though. I mean, sometimes I watch it as like a little guilty pleasure, like sometimes, you're just bored and you want to watch something bad, crack a few cold ones with the boys and just watch a movie that is so bad it's good. Next, 4, The Return of Michael Myers. By the way, guys, I forgot to mention, the caption for the Halloween 2 was like, I think it was like, Halloween 2, the nightmare is not over or something like that. I don't know. Halloween 4, you guys already know, for the longest time, I hated this film. I freaking despised it. I thought it was a piece of trash. But now I kind of have a new respect for it. I think it's a good movie, and I think it is worthy of A tier. It doesn't go necessarily in S tier because, the mask looked like crap and they used a pink mask for a brief moment. Honestly, that scene should not have just been in it, and I'd say it doesn't go in S tier because of that. And a lot of people say that, this film was the best in the Thorn timeline, but I am gonna have to disagree. But let's move on to the worst in the Thorn timeline, Halloween 5. You guys already know my feelings on Halloween 5. I don't really care for it. But I'm gonna put it in D tier because I actually don't mind the mask, honestly. I think, basing it off a different dude, rather than William Shatner basing it off of Greg Nicotero, I actually think it's actually a nice touch. And a lot of people say it looks like Nicolas Cage. I actually really like Nicolas Cage's movies, so yeah. Next is Halloween 6, The Curse of Michael Myers. Now, you guys already know this one is one of my personal favorites in the series. I'm throwing that in instant S tier. Honestly, it gives him a very compelling backstory. I think it is a good movie, despite, the incest jokes and, the timeline being confusing, and they basically make Michael Myers look like a servant to the Thorn curse, which, now that I think about it, is kind of bad. So I'm going to have to put that below it, but I'm going to put it above Halloween 4. Next is Halloween H2O. Let's freaking go, man. This is such a good movie. We got freaking 4 masks in this movie, and a couple of them did look like crap. Not to mention that one of them is CGI. But, one of them is the Halloween 6 mask, and I love that. I love the Halloween 6 mask. And let's be completely honest, the series would have died if this film did not come out. So, yeah, this film definitely saved the franchise. Bringing back Jamie Lee Curtis was definitely a good touch. So I'm going to put it in S tier, because I actually love this movie, and I think, bringing back Jamie Lee Curtis was a nice touch, like I said, and honestly, despite the fact that one of the masks was CGI and a couple of them look like crap, I think that this is a decent film, and if you haven't seen it already, what are you doing with your life? Go watch it. Now on to one of the worst ones in the franchise. We got Halloween Resurrection. This one goes in instant F tier. Seriously, like freaking early 2000s internet live streams. This movie is just garbage, okay? And the entire story of this movie is that Busta Rhymes freaking learned Kung Fu from MTV. I am literally speechless. Okay, Rob Zombie's Halloween 1. I get some hate for this. I actually like Rob Zombie's Halloween 1. I like Rob Zombie's movies and music, in all honesty. And I feel like the stuff with Michael's past and stuff I did kind of prefer over the original. While it's not better than the original, I am going to say it's better than H2O, so I will put it in S tier above H2O. I feel like some of the stuff with his past could have been, cut out, but I still think it gives him a nice backstory. Like, he's just a guy who was pissed off because of the fact that he was, bullied as a kid. And Mikey, let me just say, I feel your pain in this film. I was bullied too as a kid. But frankly, eventually life ends up working out. Like just look what's going on right now with me. Not to mention the fact that he's a gargantuan giant in this movie. He's like a 6'8" hulking monster. I love it. And he's definitely one of the scariest Michael Myers ever in the franchise. Now on to a pretty mid sequel. We got Halloween 2 Rob Zombie. Honestly, the mask in this one's just terrible. Unlike the other one with like the cracked look. I'm putting this one in F tier because the film was super confusing. The story made no sense. Unlike the other one where he was bullied and now he's being brought back to life by his mother. It's a whole thing. I don't know what the hell they were doing. Seriously, we got freaking caveman Michael Myers, crappy masks, and I don't know what's going on. I will say Rob Zombie putting his wife in these movies, saying that she's like important to the lore and stuff is actually not a bad touch. But, yeah. Not to mention the fact that they had to change Michael's kid actor because the guy became too tall for the role. Honestly, I think maybe if Michael's going to be a gargantuan giant anyway, it really wouldn't have mattered. Honestly, this movie sucked. It's a trash. Let's just move on to Halloween 2018. So in 2018, this film was released, and it was the savior we all needed, retconning everything except for the original, starting over with a new mask. The mask is freaking beautiful, and oh my god, James Jude Courtney did a great job playing Michael Myers. Instant A tier. In fact, sorry, Halloween 6, putting it above you. It is so good. If you guys haven't seen it already, go watch it. It is so good. It saved the franchise. What is there left to say? Not to mention the fact that this series also sparked 2 sequels, Halloween Kills and Ends. Now, honestly, Kills is my favorite out of the trilogy. I'm putting it above Rob Zombie's Halloween. Love this movie. The mask was great. Super Saiyan Michael Myers. He's just brutal in this movie. He's at his most brutal in this movie, and it's just I freaking love this movie. Last as Halloween ends. The only good part about this movie was the... And no, I'm not talking about the junkyard scene. I'm talking about the credits. This movie sucks. Instant F. Bottom of the barrel. Well, not bottom of the barrel. I'll put it above because it's better than both of these two movies combined. But it still sucked, and I don't like what they did with Corey at the end of the movie. Honestly, this movie gets on my nerves. And that's it, guys. That's the tier list. It's done. It's dusted. All the Halloween films ranked. Honestly, yeah, I freaking hate these bottom three right here. But I love the ones on the top two rows. And yeah, if you guys, whether you guys agree with me or disagree, leave yours in the comments down below. I want to hear your guys' rankings. And yeah, that's going to be it for now. There should be some videos on the screen. Like, you can click one of these two if you want to watch another one, or click that playlist if you want to watch more tier list videos. Or you can click on that little button right there to subscribe to the channel. And wherever you are around the world, just know that I love every single one of you, and I hope you guys are having a great day. Peace out.